And since Africa is in debt to Europe and the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund, which is the same crowd of $350 billion, and then they owe us more than that, since we are in debt to them, then let them atone for their evils by forgiving all debt to Africa and beginning anew. His Holiness Pope John Paul would do this, I'm sure all Africa and all Black America would be willing to forgive, because we have gained from slavery. We have gained from colonialism because, as the Bible teaches, we were not tried with silver and gold. We were tried in the furnace of affliction, and we have come out of it stronger and better. And therefore, we demand the right now to be heard in the halls of justice, because we know what injustice is like. We deserve to be heard speaking out against racism, because we know the effect and the evil of racism. It won't be black over white or white over black, but today it must be right over wrong, truth over falsehood, justice over injustice. And lastly, I say to this magnificent human being, the Reverend Dr. Leon Sullivan, a man whom God has inspired with this vision to bring all of us together. Dear Reverend Dr. Sullivan, I want to pledge to you, sir, in perpetuity, the Nation of Islam, all present leaders and future leaders, to the vision of a developed Africa and a developed Black America. But it must not stop there, because the sons and daughters of Africa are in the Caribbean, they're in Central America, South America, and the Isles of the Pacific. We must unite the sons and daughters of Africa from all over the world. We pledge that we will never let your vision die. And so, to my distinguished friends and leaders from Black America, I thank God for this summit that allowed me to be in a room with the distinguished Louis Sullivan, Reverend Joe Lowry, Jesse Jackson, Coretta Scott King, Dorothy Height, these magnificent leaders of our people. You don't know how my heart burns to be with you in solidarity, regardless to whether you disagree with me or not. You can reshape me if I'm misshapen. You can help me if I'm out of line, but you can't help me if you don't talk to me. I have the courage of David to stand before Goliath. And I don't need the weapons of the world to defeat him. But I do want encouragement from the army of the people of God. That if I will stand, will you just help me to stand better? If I will speak, will you help me to speak better? If I don't say it right, help me to shape the words better. But let us not let the enemy of all of us keep us apart one from another. Because a weak hand on that side of the Atlantic reaching across to a weak hand on this side of the Atlantic makes both of us weak and ineffective, and we'll be around here conferencing for the next 100 years, and we will see nothing of it but a whole lot of talk and no reality behind that. But if we determine from this day that we will go back to America and we will let nobody keep us from the bond of unity, that we will fight for unity on that side to maximize our power so that we can speak to our government in proper terms and strengthen our government in the will to do better by Africa. That won't happen if we are divided. But it will happen if we can speak with one strong voice. And on this side, if you, the leaders, will not let any European counsel you or American counsel you in division, but if you will strengthen your unity one with another and let nothing and no one come between you, then a strong hand in Africa and a strong united hand in America will make the vision of this great man and the vision of W.E.B. Du Bois and Padmore and Garvey and Martin King and Elijah Muhammad and Malcolm X, we'll make it all come to fruition if we will get away from the pettiness of self-aggrandizement and recognize that each one of us is passing from the scene, and we must leave our children and our children's children a better world, and we cannot sell out their future for ham and turkey. May God bless you as I greet you in peace. Assalamu alaikum.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to get on now. We're going to have to get on. Let's give him another hand so that I can get on, and then. Let no one say that this was not a summit. Let no one say that this wasn't a summit. No one can say that the voices were not heard. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a summit.